Good evening, good evening, one and all. Welcome to Caribbean Feedback. How you guys doing tonight?
I'm well. How are you?
You well? Yeah, you're falling asleep on me, man. You're supposed to be
Not at all, not at all, sir. Not at all. You just wake
you're
up. Just
I
wake up.
just
Just
wake
wake
up.
up.
Yeah, man. Well, I want to welcome you all. We had a really beautiful thing on Saturday going. Folks are
Yeah.
still talking about the symposium we had in
Good.
reference to colorism and self-love,
Mm-hmm.
and I expect that show to do its thing. We want to welcome. We have some guests, and we have some guests on the. Well, our usual crew is on their way. One person had a little technical situation, so he'll be back on in a bit. And but we have a special guest in the evening. I'm sorry, in the room with us this evening. And we want to welcome Dr. Witty, aka Mr. Mervyn Carter. How you doing tonight, boss?
I'm fine, thank you. Thank
Uh,
you. Nice
that
for
right?
to be here. Nice for having me. Thank you.
Yeah, man. It's an honor to have you in the room. That's every time I see I remember when we had that Calypso freshwater Yankee 10 ages
Fresh
ago.
one.
A long time
And
ago,
that's a long time ago. And who knows who knew that we would still be here
right?
chopping it up how many years eons later,
Wow,
you know?
quite a number
And
of years.
yeah, man. Well, give the someone saying good night in the chat. Miss Sherry-Ann Sylvester, good night. And we're gonna
Good night.
put her thing there.
Good night. Good night.
Hi.
Yeah, we want to welcome the folks. It's Caribbean Feedback. Tell your friends and family and whoever you want to tell that we're on. Um, so, Karin, talk about, introduce yourself to the folks tonight.
But Dr. Whitty hasn't told us anything about himself. Can we
Oh,
hear a little bit about this
you know,
amazing career you've had, sir?
good
Talk to
night.
us about, not everybody knows who you are. Tell us about yourself.
Okay, I am Mervyn Carter.
That's right.
I am a calypso singer. My sobriquet is Dr. Witty. And I've been doing calypso since 1990.
Mm,
Wow.
I've been around quite a while. I won a number of crowns in New York, Boston,
that's
Baltimore,
right. That's right. That's right.
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
five-time Sesame Monarch in Brooklyn.
Oh,
All
wow.
right.
Okay.
Around.
Nice.
I represent in the Calypso Review tent in Trinidad during the carnival season.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a little crowd pleaser, as they call me. I sing witty stuff. That's by the name you take, my stuff is witty.
You know, I remember asking you how you get that name, and I'm not going to.
I,
I'm
I
not.
heard you. I heard you. But I don't recall it. I don't recall it.
Yeah, yeah. But whatever,
Dr.
it was funny though. It was funny.
But Dr. Whitty, the buzzing sound is lessened when you're closer. Because I noticed when we opened up with you, there was
Uh-huh.
none. So when you went back a little bit, that's when I heard more buzzing. So definitely
Right.
closer is better.
They go to
Okay.
the
And
computer.
hi everybody, I'm sorry. Hi everybody, I'm Karin Forrester. I represent Bantu Creations. We offer African-inspired, lightweight, one of a kind, handcrafted earrings in beautiful styles, shapes, and colors. Let me say, lightweight. Don't let the sizes fool you. Back to you,
Nice.
Sam.
Nice.
All right, all right. Don't let the size fool you. I mean,
You
I'm
know,
trying to
in this
understand what
case,
the
man, in this
science.
case, Lord, man, sure, we're not get started yet. It's
I
earrings. We're talking about earrings.
I
Anything else is a different
understand.
conversation. No matter in the earrings, but everything else, yes, probably, yes.
Don't beat me up.
Don't start.
I'm just the
Don't start.
host.
Don't start in the
Don't beat me up, man. I'm just the host. All right. So let's see how Mr. Chase fared tonight with us tonight. Let's see if he's hearing if he's hearing us tonight as yet.
GT in the house,
Can
oh
you
yeah.
hear me?
We're hearing you.
Yes.
We're hearing
Yes.
you.
All right. There we are.
There, you see.
All right.
Yeah, man. When in doubt, just reboot, man. When in doubt, just
Yeah,
reboot.
when in doubt, pull it out of the wall.
That's right.
When in doubt, pull it out. That's what you just
That's
said. When in doubt, pull it out. Got you. Check.
it.
Oh,
It
All right.
oh,
All right. Go
oh, you're
on.
rude.
Don't start. Don't start with me. Don't start with
when
me.
what?
When in doubt, pull it out. Yeah, I got you.
All
That's what
right,
the man said.
Dr.
That's
Whitty,
what
you
he
hear
said.
where they going with this
Yeah,
conversation tonight?
we're going with it.
You hear where they going with this thing tonight? Lord have
I am
mercy.
going nowhere.
I repeat.
I'm a casual observer.
I repeated what you said. That's all I did. That's all I did.
When in doubt, pull it out. All
Pull
right.
it out.
Okay. So,
Mhm.
Mr. Chase, introduce yourself to the folks tonight, man. Let the folks know who you are and what you do.
I'm the same person I was last week. Mark Chase,
That's
Chase
right.
Audit Services. If you have an issue financially, call me. I'll work it out for you, whether
You
it be with
said.
the government or private industry. That's my
Mm.
job. That's what I do.
All right. All
And you,
right. That's a beautiful thing.
Mhm.
And where's Dr. Henry? Was he went fishing or something? Curtis Henry for a Caribbean chat. He went fishing and
may have gotten into international
went
waters,
into
needs some
national
time to get
waters.
back,
Yeah.
We don't know for sure yet.
Dr. Whitty, you heard anything about Curtis Henry tonight?
I was hoping I see the other doctor on the show, but I don't know.
Well, one do broken hearts and one do CAT scans. I mean, we try and understand what we,
Going zero down. Throw this song down. Throw this song. Sam, you left
yeah.
yourself out of the introduction.
Oh yes, yes. So let me, good night again. I'm Sam Archer, the original, the one and only. All the other Sam Archers out there are imitations. After they made me, they broke the mold. I am the new author of the book, Hybrid Executive. This is actually the last print I have right now. I have to reorder some prints. Those of you that are in the music business, up and coming, and you want to get your game up, this is the book for you. The ebook is also available on Amazon and Barnes and Nobles and all other ebook outlets. We want to welcome Lucy O'Brien tonight. She's on in the chat. We have some strong supporters here,
Hi.
man. So they said good night, and we have Dr. Judith. But before we run to Dr. Judith, tonight is episode.
Stop trying to count on your fingers, boy.
Episode 15, man. We are growing, man. We're growing. When we get to
Oh, God.
episode 50, I want to see what we're going to do.
Yeah, what you gonna do? You gonna put up Roman numerals? I
All
gotta
right,
get you a
Dr.
pad.
Judith. Dr. Judith, how you doing? Talk to us tonight.
I apologize. I'm later tonight than I've ever been. I am not feeling my best. I had a tough day today.
Oh, yeah,
I
yeah.
injured my knees from working out and not feeling my best. So I'm not going to stay long with you guys, but I just wanted to show up for a little bit.
You want to
That's
come and
just
give
it.
us a little love and thing? You want to look up the situation?
Stupid. You're so silly.
All right. Sherry Ann said she has never missed an episode. Thank you, Sherry
Thank
Ann, for never
you.
missing an
Thank you.
Oh,
episode.
we're glad for you. We are glad for you.
Yeah, yeah. So tonight we are
Mm.
talking about coming to America. Coming to America. That's all I have to say. And
America.
let's chop it up and let's see, what it was like. To
All
some
right.
people it might have been winter, some people it was in the summer.
Listen,
Yes, darling, tell
listen.
me. Mm,
No, my first impression.
mm,
JFK International Airport. My
mm.
mother's hand holding me a little bit. Then when she got to the escalator, she just let go. and just remember, so I come from country, you know,
Woo.
in Jamaica,
No,
country, St. Thomas in the country, mountains.
mm.
First time seeing an escalator. My mom never thought, you know, let me just tell her what it is and, you know, tell her she just take a step. Me see a moving thing. That is not a natural instinct to step on that thing. And I was terrified and she was impatient and the people behind us were impatient. It wasn't cute at all to me, you know. I remember I was 10. I didn't know any better. And it took me a few,
Oh.
I think it was seconds, but it could have been a couple of minutes still, you know. It could have been a couple of minutes. I stood there looking at a moving thing going down, and you know that is a steep thing in the airport. You know, so that was my introduction.
Wow. Wow.
That was my
So did you get
introduction
on
to
it
it.
eventually, or you just took the
Oh, I
stairs
had to
because
because my mother had no tolerance for hesitation too tough. You know, she
Woo.
wasn't that calm, soothing. Oh, baby, it's all right. I could take the stairs. No, it wasn't anything like that.
Okay.
Get out.
All right.
Yeah, yeah. I look talk there.
I
That's a
never,
good
I
one.
never,
That's a
I
harsh
never
one.
thought about that at all. You know,
That
the
if you don't grow up with that, it
escalators.
feels weird.
Well, true, but you know,
You're like, what is that?
it's interesting that I mean, what was the plane ride like? You know.
The cracking in the ears was harsh, and it is harsh for children, especially
Mm.
babies. The crack, that sharp pain and stuff. That is something that
Mm.
if people don't say they chew gum or something like that, you don't know, and it is extremely painful. That I remember very well, very well.
Did the
Mm.
plane smell kind of weird? You know, it's like really antiseptic.
I don't have a memory of that. I
Mm.
don't have a memory of how the plane. I think I was just so excited, to be coming over with mommy that I don't remember the smell of anything. I do remember the airport
Any
being
of you
like
all remember the
intense.
smell in the plane?
I don't recall the smell.
They used to like they would spray when the plane land and so on, right? Well, I know especially between T and T,
Mm.
they would spray the plane with a
Yeah,
certain kind of like an antiseptic or something, and
I
that thing used
remember
to
a
smell
stopover.
really weird. Well, I mean, it's not a bad smell like something smelling bad, but it was sort of like a chemical type of a smell,
Right. But I
and
remember a
that thing used
stopover
to.
in
Uh,
sorry.
Don't
Go ahead,
recall
go
A
the
ahead.
smell.
stopover in Montego Bay, going back
Mm.
to coming back to New York. It was my first trip. And when we stopped over and other people were coming on, some were deplaning and some were coming on. And they actually sprayed us in the plane like roaches. I remember thinking that I had that impression like,
What?
what is wrong with this picture? I've never seen anybody spray people, just at large, like, put big enclosed area. That was really strange for me. Never forgot it as a result, you know.
So they sprayed you directly, or they sort of had it in
Let's
the
spray
air
the
walking
air.
down the
But it
aisle?
was it was a thick aerosol. It wasn't like some light mist. It was a
They
very
give
thick
all you
aerosol.
the spray up
Yeah.
and thing, man.
If they did it now, we'd be fighting tooth and nails because we wonder what's in the chemicals and all of that. But I was a kid,
Mm.
so we know
All
any
right.
better.
So Dr. Judith, tell me what happened on your first plane ride, man. What,
I don't remember a blessed thing.
Lord
One
Father.
one of my brothers used to work at the airport, so he used to do what you're talking about. He used to spray the plane.
Mm.
Every
Oh
time a
gosh.
plane come in before it goes out, he used to spray it. So I know what you're talking about. I don't
Mm.
remember. All I remember is I was almost 17. I just turned 17.
Mm.
And they, when they get the Manila fold the envelope with your paperwork
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
that you go to the embassy with, that
Mm.
I remember. And I think I had to bring I think my youngest sister came with me. I think that's how it was. And I don't remember anything on the plane. I think I probably blocked out all of that. I don't remember none of that. All I
Man.
remember, nah, I don't remember any of that. All I remember when I came here, it was snowing shortly after I got here, and I thought I would die.
Uh, so it was
I,
cold.
yeah, man, I was afraid, and that's when I said I look like a Biafran toothpick. I had a big head of hair, same height that I am now, and afro big and
Mercy.
very very meager, or maga as themselves are called.
Maga.
Uh-huh.
Maga.
Maga.
Say
Maga.
it
So
right.
Your destination was Brooklyn or
No, no, New York. No, my mom lived in Mount Vernon, so we went
upstate?
to
Oh, you was
Westchester
high
County.
class. Oh my
Oh
Eh?
shit!
God.
Oh
What?
shit!
What?
You was
Oh
high
my God,
class.
what?
Oh, she
Eh?
Westchester
belonged to
County.
Mount Vernon. The rest
Wait,
of we
wait,
went to
wait.
Bedford Stuyvesant.
No, somehow we went to Manhattan. Somehow we went to Manhattan. Nobody put we
Not
all in a one
Well,
every
bucket.
man. Not
you was big money.
Stop put we all in a one bucket. Somehow
not
we
Brooklyn,
went
every
straight to
man.
Manhattan.
Brooklyn
But
is a
but
major Caribbean hub.
I
man,
know
Yes,
that.
mm,
yes.
I love
Brooklyn.
Brooklyn. I used
Yeah,
to
so
go
do
man.
there
I.
fairly
So do I.
often. I love
So do
Brooklyn.
I. So do I.
Dr.
So do
Witty,
I.
you're
Absolutely.
quiet in the back there, man. Dr.
Yeah,
Witty,
man.
Don't
tell
bother with
us.
it.
I'm
Don't bother with
listening.
it, Dr. Witty.
I'm listening. I came
Don't
in
bother
here.
with it.
Go ahead,
I
go
came
ahead.
in here 1967 in the night.
Ooh,
Woo!
okay.
Panam Jet.
Lad,
Pan-
Panam?
Panam.
remember Panam?
What
I remember
boy?
Panam.
Panam Jet. When we landed, was like about 9 o'clock, after 9 sometime. We never got out of the airport till maybe about 12 o'clock. Okay.
Mm.
I remember being picked up, and I'm coming. When I left Trinidad, I was coming to the America I saw in the movies.
Right.
Nice America. Eager,
Paint that picture for it. Paint it. Paint
you know
it.
what I mean? I was eager to see this great, beautiful city with lights and all that.
Preach,
In
preach,
the
brother.
night, and I remember rolling up Saratoga Avenue.
Saratoga.
Saratoga, that's in
Yeah.
East New York.
yeah.
Oh,
Yes.
Yeah. And I remember seeing the silhouettes of the houses and the trees in the street, and I said, wow, this place is nice.
mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You didn't
Yeah.
know you was on Saratoga Avenue.
Went inside, got up next morning. The first thing I noticed, breakfast is not a big thing in America, and I'm looking for breakfast. I get a cup of coffee, man, and I'm saying, damn,
On a hard boy, on a hard.
Hard style.
yeah, hard. So I'm waiting to go outside, and everybody chit-chatting. About 11 o'clock, they open the door and let me out.
Let you
When
know.
I watch outside, I almost jump back inside because all I seen is burnt out houses, broken down houses, garbage in the street, abandoned cars.
You get catch. You get catch.
I said, this is not the place I want to be. This is not what I'm looking for.
Yeah, man.
Now,
I
now,
want me to walk up the street and come
anybody,
back
Brooklyn,
anybody else
yeah,
touch?
and stand up on the stoop. They call it stoop up here,
yeah, yeah.
See people walking by and I get drunk and staggering and shit. I saw a tall, slim guy with a gun. And I run to the house. I run back in
Coming to America, man. Welcome.
America. I said, damn.
Eh.
This was
Anybody else with the night and day feeling there? Because I remember JFK Airport, you look out and the lights were gorgeous. I'm thinking, oh God, it's like a storybook in this place. And when I woke up, I think it was a night flight. Yeah, it was a night flight. And when I saw this Manhattan in the daytime with the junkies, the drunkards, and the lights and the sounds, oh my God.
I was in a fancy place, like him say. Like him say, I was in a fancy place. I didn't see those things.
Mm-hmm.
No, but when you came into Brooklyn gave you a reality shock one time. When you come into Brooklyn tells you everything you saw on TV is happening here. It's a different kind of vibration.
Different thing. All of you have a memory of all these things. Okay. Now, Karin, you talking about JFK. When I came in, it was called Idlewild Airport.
Oh, stop it.
And I was
Never
born
know
on a
that.
damn plane.
That was way back.
Wow.
I was born on the plane.
You were not.
Yes, I was. 1957.
Which plane you born on?
Pan Am Flight 302. I had free airfare with Pan Am for the rest of my life, but Pan Am don't exist anymore. So I have a lot.
Right.
For real?
Right.
Why? What
For
happened?
real. For real.
What happened?
My mother said, I want to make sure this boy born. He ain't gonna be born in Guyana. He gonna be born in the United States.
But it's so funny that they let her fly at that late stage of pregnancy, because nowadays they wouldn't do that.
They wouldn't do that now.
Right,
So
they wouldn't do that now.
The first memory that I have is the Cascade Laundry, the big blue sea on Marcy Avenue, looking out the project window.
Wow.
On Marcy Avenue. And the big sea would come through the window and I couldn't sleep good.
What's the big sea?
Cascade Laundry.
Oh.
Cascade Laundry.
Neon light.
And
Neon
the
light.
smell of the Pfizer place, make they made all of the pharmaceuticals at that time, and it smelled awful. That was on Wallabout Street and Marcy Avenue. And you wake up to the smell of that. Then we got high class.
Oh, sorry, dear.
We got high class. We moved over to Kosciuszko Street. 308 Kosciuszko Street. There were 2 Jewish men on there. We was high class.
Yeah, of course.
We was high class. Right off of Ocean Avenue. But we was high class. And we lived over there.
What about you, Sam? What was your first experience like?
Well, I'm a little bit unique.
Always,
I'm a little bit unique.
Always,
but I'll go with my relocation, because relocating. I think in Trinidad we had the TriStar was new at the time. The TriStar 500.
Okay.
You remember that?
Is that a plane?
Yeah.
Plane.
TriStar 500. And we were coming to New York, and it was evening time, and feeling nice in this big plane and thing. And so we arrive, and it's evening, so it's summertime, and it lights and everything. But what was really weird was the driving. I didn't understand the drive, because home, we drive on I think you drive on the left side home, right? That's how it was. No. Yeah, you drive on the left side. And then, so here we drive on the right side. Because, so you're like watching how the traffic patterns was going. And it's like, wait, boy, this one going and crash? Oh, no, they crashing. It was just looking. It was a styling coming out of the airport, just to come out the airport, and the drive was just a really interesting kind of drive, and then when you start seeing the street, and you had a certain ideology of what America is, and then you come and you see it live, you're like, oh, this is a little different than what a little bit different to what the movies and them saying,
Right.
So I think we're gonna add this fella in here, but yeah, Dr. Witty, hold that point real quick. Curtis, we heard you went fishing and you went into international waters or something like.
Good evening,
sire.
I'm out here in the boondocks.
Don't talk about my home like the boondocks.
I'm out here in the boondocks of Florida, boss. The place out here, country.
I thought you were going to his house.
To go where?
I thought you were going to Mark's house.
No, I am in the country, but not by him. I'm in Tampa.
Oh boy, you know you're rough.
Wait, hold up. Hey, what's going on? When you say country 3 times, what does that mean? Because you say in the country, but you say in the country, like.
Listen, Miami, South Florida remind me of home. You understand? It have an island vibe to it. I ain't know what's going on this side of town, boss. I see one black man for the day.
You see one black man for the day?
One black man for the whole day.
Everybody went to vote. Everybody went to
vote right now. One black man for the whole day. I ain't know what happening over here.
I think only black people going to vote tonight. They went to vote today. Oh, so you might see them tomorrow.
I don't know. Who is that in the middle down there? I ain't seeing. Who is that in the middle? That's Judith? She hiding?
We can only see from our chin. We can only see from our chin up.
There you go.
Sorry. What did you tell me? Shouldn't tell me.
No, I didn't want to break into their stories.
Let me hear if somebody talking about me, that's what I just decided to sneak backstage.
We talk about you a little bit because we heard you went fishing and you end up in international waters.
Oh.
Yeah. So we want, so you make it through. I mean, wherever the fishing, you find something?
I good. What are you talking about today?
Coming to America, man.
Coming to America.
What, the movie?
Did you vote?
No.
Who are they talking about? King Jaffo, and Akeem?
No.
No, we're talking about you.
Talking about your experience. Don't bother with it. Don't bother with it. Your experience.
Hold on a quick second. Dr. Whitty was making a quick point, and then,
Wait, on my phone, wait. What he doing there?
I thought you invited him. Oh, yeah, go on, sir.
Oh, I forget. You forget.
Don't bother with it.
So here the joke between these 2 doctors, everybody. Here the joke between these 2 doctors. You have Dr. Whitty and you have Dr. Henry. One specializes in broken hearts and one specializes in cat stands. All right, that's all we're going to say. All right.
Sick people.
So, Whitty was about to say something.
No. That was a Sunday night. Okay, we still coming to America.
Hey, tell us.
Sunday night I came in. Monday I saw the place. Monday evening, my brother who was here a few months before came home from work and asked me if I want to go to work. I said, yeah, man. So next morning he took me on the subway and I'm following him like a little puppy, He's jumping from train to train to get to Canal Street. And I'm behind him, holding on for dear life because I don't know nothing about trains, Anyhow, we got to the job. They hired me. And I'm making shoes. I'm putting soles on lady shoes. Very slow.
Okay.
Lunchtime comes and they say, well, okay, taking me to lunch. And he took me to a deli across the street on Canal Street. And I'm looking at the board now and I don't know what the hell to order because I'm seeing Bologna. And then
Bologna to rock store. True. Depends on how they spell it.
when I see cheese, I say, no cheese. I say cheese, you what kind of cheese? I asked my brother said American cheese. I say American cheese. What kind of bread? I look at my brother again. He say hero. Hero. I want a hero. The man take out this long bread and start to run off cheese. I see cheese after cheese after cheese. was street for a month where I come from, you know what I mean? And this thick bread, the thing about it, I'm looking at the rest of guys ordering lunch, nobody washing hands, and they're sitting down by the side of the street, eating.
Oh gosh.
Putting some of the, they have one part of the sandwich in their hand, the other part on the pavement, on a piece of paper on the pavement, and I'm saying, damn. To myself, it's weird, man. I mean, you know, we don't eat like that home.
The struggle is real, brethren. The struggle is real.
Right? I mean, I come from a third world country, and this is not what I expected. However, I lasted for a while.
Sharian, you get a culture shock.
True culture shock.
It's a series of shocks I got, you know. Series.
That's right.
Anyhow.
Okay, Mr. Curtis, what going?
What they want to hear from me? What happened when I come America?
Yeah, man.
When you come America, mash up.
No, well, I came up here in 79, summer. 21st of July, 1979.
You remember the date?
Is when I touched down.
What, man?
You remember it too?
Yeah, exact date. Came in the PM. And one of the things that was shocking to me is when I got up the following morning and, you know, I just figured, okay, I going outside. And then, you know, my mother went to work. And then, you know, I just pull in the door behind me and I go on outside. And then when I told her about that, she said, no, lock the door. I said, but I'm going right out there. She said, no, lock the door. Every time you come outside, lock the door.
New York
I couldn't
will
understand
train
that.
you fast.
Yeah, she said people move fast. She said you would be surprised. You come back inside, your TV gone, everything gone. I said, but everybody living right here. Why people going to tea from the neighbor? She said people don't even talk to the neighbor.
You don't even know who your neighbor is.
At all. This was on Lennox. This was on Lennox Road in Brooklyn.
What airline
and
you come outside?
I see some guys hanging out in front of the building. So, you know, I go, you know, hey, how are they doing and thing? And everybody stand up and just watch me like, you know, who you? Were you talking to me for?
You know, Rich.
Nobody was friendly at all. I tell you know, like I glad to be here. I seen some people. I trying to make friends. Nobody was interested in making friends at all. And I leave and go down the street and it's just like garbage after garbage, piles of garbage everywhere. And like somebody got evicted. Somebody got evicted and I see them taking people's stuff and throwing it out on the sidewalk, bed, window curtain, everything. They just throw everybody thing outside on the street.
Mercy.
I couldn't understand that kind of cold-heartedness at all. You know, but years later, I end up having to do it. As a landlord, I end up having to throw people out. So I get to understand why, you know, you have to pay. You have to pay to live in America. Everything costs.
You understand the program now? What was the airline you came up with?
But BW, how you mean?
Oh, so all right, those are BW vibes.
Yeah, BW flight.
So let me ask you a question. The BW, you remember BW when they used to put they had Hazley Crawford name on the plane, and they had Penny name on the plane.
Yeah, Janelle
Penny name was on the plane. That was the DC-9, right? The DC-9.
I really cannot recall.
Yeah, they used to put so Hazley Crawford was on the plane and Penny was on the plane
who are those people?
Right.
Who are those people?
Completely stumped. Obviously they're important to Trinidad, but we don't know them.
Okay, so Hazley Crawford had won. He was the fastest human from Trinidad. That was 1976 or 77. What year was that?
76
Olympics. So he was the fastest man on the planet at that time. He won that race.
you're out of my range. You're out of my range because on BWIA they had Byron Dice.
I know that name.
Byron Dice, who was the fastest man in the world from Jamaica, 1968. That Byron Dice.
When he got replaced. Wait, slow down. Okay, so he was on the BW plane?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
And he's from Jamaica?
Byron Dice.
Okay, so...
And, I can't remember the name of the cricketer that they had on the side of the plane.
Garfield Sobers.
Sobers, yes.
Oh my God! That was my guy.
So that's about being their country. BWIA was Trinidad Airlines.
Wait, hold up. So slow down. Let me talk about Penny now. Penny was commission, right?
Jonelle Penny Commission.
All right. So she was the first
first Black Miss Universe, 1977.
First Black Miss Universe.
Yes.
Okay. Right. So
Commission, I remember that name.
Right. So as an honor, the Prime Minister had their names on the planes.
Oh wow.
And there. But let's unpack that though. So you're saying in Byron Dice was on BW plane too?
That's right. BWIA, sir. Byron and Trevor Dice. Two brothers. Byron and Trevor Dice.
No, I born in 70, so
but that wasn't nobody's 19 and 77.
Did Garfield Sobers hit 6? He played 365 runs. Not out. That was my guy.
Yeah, Sobers is a strong cricket name. Is that
He's still alive. He's still alive.
Everybody spoke about Sobers. And
but tell me something. How anybody here arrived in the winter time?
I did.
How did you adjust?
I arrived on my birthday, which is December 6th. I don't remember nothing about it. I don't know nothing about it. You know.
So we learned this man born on Pan Am Breads and had a lifetime program with Pan Am.
Were you born on the plane?
He born on the plane.
In the air.
In the air.
In the air.
The bird.
Idlewild Airport in New York, which is now JFK.
Did any country claim you?
Yeah, what's it?
I was persona non grata for the first 5 years of my life. Had a UN passport.
A UN passport?
Yes, I had a light blue passport, which I still have.
When you're born in the air, you get a UN passport?
Yeah, because I was more than 9 miles off the coast. Listen, man, I got a good education from it. I went to the United Nations International School. Got me a good education.
What did you do with that education, though?
Not a damn thing. I talking to you. You see that? If I'm talking to you, why you gonna ask me?
I can't.
I stand here talking to you, brethren. You're mad.
Okay.
No, I've never heard that the UN will give you a passport. That's like wow.
You get you're considered persona non grata, and you get a light blue passport, which is the UN passport, which basically will get you into any place, but it can't get you out of any place.
That doesn't sound like a deal to me. That doesn't sound like a deal. That doesn't sound like a deal to me at all.
You can go in, but you may not get out.
Hey, you remember the commercial for the Roach Motel back in the 90s and 80s?
Right.
One way in, no way out. That doesn't sound right at all. Roach is checking, but don't check out.
Can't come out.
That doesn't sound right at all.
You remember it had a Tom Hanks movie where he was stuck in the airport in New York. What was the name of that movie again?
I can't recall it.
I can't recall.
But
don't remember.
that was
Did you ever see Oliver on his first trip to America?
Oh my God! He had 8 coats on.
Fur coat.
Yeah, fur coat. It's cold. It's cold. Oh my God!
All the way in Jamaica. All the way in Jamaica. So you don't feel the breeze. You don't feel the breeze.
You know the worst part of this is that I have I don't even have, I have them on VHS. All in the
right.
Tape.
Yes, we have them too. Yeah.
That's horrible. That's
horrible.
You know, in the plane where they have the thing, what they call it, the ear pocket. Him tell him up to put his papers in the ear pocket.
How did
it
you guys
reminds me
feel
of
about
when Oliver came to the United States and he got arrested because he had a little rum while he's driving.
Oh Lord.
Why he's in jail? I in jail for murder. I licked down a dog. The dog was walking. I'm gonna lick him one time. Did it.
You sound like Oliver too.
But they locked him up one time, and then they thought it was they thought it was people that he killed, and they've been in prison boasting them say, "Boy, you better watch yourself because I'm a dangerous man." And then they find out, and then they find out says it's like 30 dogs him killed. Them said dog you killed.
How did you guys feel about the skyscrapers and being surrounded by concrete? Because I mean, literally, I came from the countryside into a concrete jungle, literally. How did you guys feel about that? Any problems adjusting?
I was
Listen,
living
man.
in the city, so
I
you see summertime. Summertime. Oh gosh, the heat in New York, man. That heat used to be bouncing off the concrete. You feel like you're in an oven outside.
Yeah.
Like you want to peel off your skin and hang it up to get some breeze.
Or you take the shower, you step outside, and you just turn right around sweat. Because it never make a sense. Like
you ain't even dry your skin and you're sweating. You just come out the shower.
And you used to have blackouts, remember?
Blackout, brown out, white out, all type of nonsense.
Yeah, the lights used to go out quite often in the summer.
Remember 77? Oh gosh.
Darling, I got nice sneakers, nice TV, right off of Broadway in Brooklyn. I used to like blackout. Don't say nothing about them.
Oh Lord,
you know, I remember.
But they can't get me.
I remember going to Manhattan. To around like 42nd Street area, and that is where I really saw like New York, like during the day, like just the life of the beast.
But you remember what 42nd Street was like?
Yeah,
when they renovated it late 90s into 2000. That was something special.
So
here say you have a special story.
Who, me?
Mr. Curtis there, Mr. Curtis there.
Yeah, he has a special story about my.
Yeah, finish Sam.
No, I was just
42nd Street.
Yes.
No, when I first came up, story really. You know, my partners and them in New York, they're saying, well, let me carry up 42nd Street. I say, okay, 42nd Street, where happening up there? They say, no, 42nd Street. I say, so wait, we going to see a street? They say, no, a lot happening there, 42nd Street. And we ride the subway, we come outside and they just stand up. I say, okay, where we going? They say, this is it. I said, a street? We come to see a street? They say, no, the lights and everything. Hey, and the place stink. The place stink. So then they walk me down 42nd Street, somewhere off 7th Avenue, and they say, come. Put a quarter inside of there. And I put a quarter and look in this little peephole. And oh gosh.
Oh gosh.
All types of organs and stuff, huh?
That is all I could say, oh gosh.
Oh gosh.
And then all of a sudden the thing drop and it thing up. The guy say one escort, then I good. Somehow voyeurism was my thing from a long time. I don't know. I could stand up there and peep in through a little while. I didn't get it.
You're not a quiet person, you know. You're not a quiet person.
The next thing, they came inside a theater. And we walk in the theater and it's the same thing going on screen. Hey, and the ground sticky.
Oh!
All you're hearing is
a broom and a vacuum have not touched that floor in decades.
That was a brutal.
The ground every time, and they talk about, yo, let me sit down. I said, no, boss, not inside of here.
That was a brutal introduction to America for you, boy.
If the ground sticky, I ain't know what happened to the seats. I said, I ain't sitting down there. I turn back around outside. I go meet all you outside when all they come out.
When I came, I was eager to see. I heard about 42nd Street. First week I was here and I was eager to go. But nobody wouldn't take me.
They call Curtis.
I brave by going by myself.
What?
I got on a train.
Brave.
Off at 42nd Street. But I got off at 42nd Street and I'm seeing the skyscrapers and tall buildings. So I'm standing, gazing, walking around and looking around. And,
bedazzled.
yeah. I started walking up Broadway a little bit. And I started looking in the stores. And the stores are full of different things, but they had closed circuit cameras. Train at the outside, and you could see yourself on the TV screen on the inside, in the window, right?
Yeah.
So I'm looking at myself in the window, and first time I see myself on TV. Right?
You start styling, right? You start styling.
What I noticed, every store I look in and I look behind me, I'm seeing a sleazy looking white guy stand up behind me.
Oh gosh.
So I moved to another store. When I move, he move. I look in the camera, I see him behind me still. So I got a little nervous. But I'm my ex-cop from Trinidad. I was on vacation. I still had my police ID on me. So I started to walk, and he's following me as I'm walking. And I spot two policemen on duty. So I went up to them, took out my ID, and says, "Listen, I'm a policeman on vacation from Trinidad. I know this guy here is following me." They say, where is he? And as they say, where is he? He took off running across the street on Broadway. The policeman said, listen, man, you better be careful. You better be careful when you're walking around here. That was it for me. I went back down in the subway and head back to Brooklyn by myself. So that my first look at the skyscrapers wasn't much of a view, man. I was scared like hell.
So,
when I was a teenager, Karin and I lived in the same area in Stuyvesant Town in Manhattan.
You heard it changing his voice?
Yeah. Sophisticated.
But
Sophisticated.
I spent a lot of time up on 42nd Street. I didn't find it scary. I didn't find it scary at all. I knew where to find what I wanted. There was a place, there was Papaya King, where I could get my juice. And Tad's Steaks. Where let me get a steak on that piece. You got hard dough bread? Put on hard dough bread. I want to put some jerk seasoning on there and pepper sauce. And they knew just what to do. And that was right. That was on 44th and 7th. So to me, all of Brooklyn, the Bronx, even, up in Westchester, they were just small little pockets of the West Indies where I could get what I wanted. I didn't, It wasn't frightening to me. It wasn't. There were Westerners everywhere.
But you were entrenched in the culture. You were entrenched in the culture.
Well,
whether you were 12
I
or
think
14.
I think the shock really is really more about what you thought you were going to see.
Oh yeah.
Opposed to what you actually saw when you got there. So I think after you got over that and you understood, because for me learning the trains was an adventure. Oh, you could take this one, go here, go there. So that just getting to know the trains was one thing. Then getting to know the buses. I remember telling you all in one of the pre-shows that at one time in Tobago, they didn't used to pay attention to putting the right signs on the bus. So now I'm in Brooklyn, and of course the sign in the bus saying where it's going, and I go in the bus and I ask the man, "Hey, you're going such and such." I was on B46. So the man look at me and say, "What is sign saying? What does it say on the sign?" So I get a reality. Oh, I say, "Oh, the sign works here."
Listen, man. I think the joke was in Brooklyn, there were 2 letters that you didn't pay any attention to. That was the RR train and the B train. That go out where the Italian people live. You don't want to go there. No, don't take. My first thing my aunt told me when I got old enough to travel around, don't get on that RR train. Don't take it no further than New Utrecht Avenue. Because they're going to skin your ass right there. They're going to skin you.
Hey, but
you don't take that B train. I don't care if you got your little girlfriend, Italian girlfriend out there in Fort Hamilton. Let me tell you what. They'll kill you. Don't go out there. And the first thing I did was go out there.
Of course.
Lord have mercy. Lord have mercy.
I had to be the first thing. Just
good night,
I don't
Jacqueline.
even know if you were talking about 42nd Street, west of 42nd Street, 9th, 10th, 11th, 12th Avenue. They used to call them the Westies. That was pure Irish. Pure Irish. And
as a habit, I didn't venture into those areas. I did not venture into those areas as a habit.
From
growing up in Manhattan. Oh no.
To 59. They used to call them the Westies. And we were bad, man. Bedford Stuyvesant. Head die, baby. Do or die.
Curtis trying to jump in. Jump in.
Yeah.
When
talking about the subway.
What?
Talking about the subway, what happened with me, this is a few days too after I came, went and checked my brethren and them. And we went for some ice cream, the corner of Avenue D and Newkirk and Nostrand.
God.
And we stand up outside there, and all of a sudden the ground start to shake. I hear, I grab my brethren and I say, "Hey, earthquake." So everybody looking around. I say, "Oh, they feel that earthquake?" He said, "No, man, that ain't no earthquake. That's the subway." I said, "What?" He said, "The subway." I said, "Where's the subway?" He said, "The subway." I said, "No matter how much time you say it, I know what you're talking about." The subway, where's the subway? He said, "The train." I said, "I ain't see no train." He said, "Under the ground." I said, "The train under the ground?" He said, "Yeah, under there." Yes. I said, "So wait, are they afraid the building them fall down?" He said, "No, it's safe.
Oh God.
He said, "You want to see the train run across the street?" And it had an exit, the southbound train, the one we're heading to Flatbush. On that side, it have a back exit. So I run down the stairs. And when I run in down, there's a bunch of people coming up. So I run back out. And then I go back down the step and it have this big, the turnstile. The big turnstile like this with the double. You had to walk through one person at a time. I look at that and I say, "I good." Right back upstairs. So it was a few things for me. Like I said, the overall cleanliness of the place, the
lack thereof.
yeah,
or lack thereof.
Yeah, or lack thereof. Yeah.
Right.
The unfriendliness of the people. And then back in those days, there was a great divide between the islands, especially, there was a great divide between Trinidadians and Jamaicans.
Yeah.
Back in that time.
Really?
Oh, really?
Yeah, man. Yeah. Flatbush, 1979. It wasn't pretty.
Wow.
It wasn't pretty.
They didn't talk. They didn't talk or like hang out or nothing like that.
Trini.
Yeah, they did talk.
Issues in Brooklyn.
They did talk. Trini boy. Come here, Trini boy. You may talk to. Come here.
You know.
Oh God.
Yeah, you come up here and I don't know. Somehow back then, I think Jamaicans, they came and the road was already paved for them.
Really?
Yeah, like they came up and you automatically was a bad man. Once you touch down in Brooklyn, you're a bad man because everybody respect you. Everybody respected Jamaicans or fear them to a degree.
I agree with you.
Tell you when I respected them. When I realized the kind of breakfast they eat on mornings.
Cook food. No fucking nonsense. Cook food.
If I eating banana.
Cook food.
Yeah.
Hard food. That's how
they call it. I want give me a food.
Oh gosh.
I mean, at breakfast is a little bread and sausage and egg and a hand. You never eating all kind of hard food.
My impression of Brooklyn growing up was very, very different. Jamaicans were a very small part of Bedford-Stuyvesant, which is where we lived. Very small. It was mostly Bayesians that ran the show. And they was like, oh, Jamaican, got $1 over lunch money. Don't bother with it. Don't bother with it. You got $1 over lunch money. No, you see that Trini boy? No, he gonna be something. You watch him. He cut your throat. You know.
Oh, really?
Oh yeah. Watch him. He cut your throat. You stay over here with the guy, and these people are. We gonna move to Queen soon. Watch it. You know.
When I'm sorry. When did Trinis and Jamaicans actually started to, because Trinis and Jamaicans right now is a very, very tight connection in the New York area.
Oh yeah.
Not in Florida.
Yeah. In fact, that's news to me. I didn't know there was a divide before. I never knew that.
Oh yeah, it was serious. It was very serious.
Wow.
Even with the music. Back in the 80s, you play calypso in a dance, the Jamaicans go sit down or they walk out.
Yeah.
Straight up. Yo, DJ, yo, turn that off, man. Nobody dancing to calypso music
in the 70s. That was true in the 70s. What you're saying is very true. I don't want to have that. Where the dance hall?
Yo, you see now? You wouldn't even believe it. The kind of wine Jamaican putting down inside a party, man and woman, the calypso right now.
Jamaicans always had a superior attitude to me.
Well, I knew there was a music issue, but I never knew about the divide. But the music, it took Jamaicans a little minute to get into the calypso.
Well, yeah, a great deal of that. Byron Lee started. He was one of the founding people that started the carnival in Jamaica. Yeah. And he took a lot of flack for it also. because you know they used to tell him, "Yo, that's Trinidad thing. We have reggae, we have Sunsplash, we have." I think Sting was alive at that time too, and they thought that was good enough. Why he got to bring Calypso there? Not Calypso, but Carnival, and he got a lot of fight for it. And now you would believe, some people might believe Carnival started in Jamaica.
Okay.
The way they are boastful about it, and the way it's popular there right now.
But I knew that there was a couple of Calypso competitions that happened in Jamaica too. Jamaica housed a few competitions back in the days with Sparrow and them competing with each other. Now, so what year was that, Dr. Whitty?
Ask Whitty that, I wouldn't know.
I don't remember competitions in Jamaica. I know
there was I don't remember the year, but they had a couple of things where certain things was housed in Jamaica or throughout the Caribbean at one point.
I remember they going to that for the word for the.
Yeah, we had to talk to some of the scholars. So there's some scholars that would know. Maybe Trevor Wilkins would know that.
maybe.
Yeah, but
now,
there's some.
I was supposed to sing at a Jamaican train aqueduct. And when I go to sing, they pull the plug.
Wow. Oh God. Now you guys all came basically like in your teenage years and stuff like that. Would you say? I think 4 or the 6 away. But I came younger, so I had to deal with the elementary school and all of that. And when I got to, I was in Manhattan, as I stated before. I felt like a real alien when I went into school for the first time. Because remember, say I'm coming from a British background. And the kids at that time, they had they had the straws, the straws from the lunchroom or whatever, cafeteria. And they put the piece of paper from the straw in their mouth and spit balls at anybody. Yeah. Thumbtacks on teachers' chairs. That was my form of a true culture shock. Because nothing in my background allowed me to mistreat a teacher or be disrespectful of a teacher. So that was a huge thing for me to try to readjust. And I never really did. I couldn't understand that level of behavior in a classroom because it wasn't allowed, in my country.
Okay.
It wasn't allowed at all.
You had to be careful of a lot of things when you came to America. Even signs was like tricky. And you could be really duped and fooled by some of the signs. And when I came here, after 2 weeks, I heard they were sponsoring guards in Boston, security guards in Boston, because of great police background. There was this agency called American Foreign Employment Agency.
Oh, God.
When you hear...
they baited you just right. Really, man?
that sounds really legit. I'm here about 2 weeks and I want to get sponsored, so I say I'm going to a foreign employment agency. Went to a foreign employment agency, got my paper, signed up, paid them some money, I'm going to pay them the rest in installments. Went to Boston, and after about 3 weeks in Boston, immigration crackdown.
Oh, God. Oh, goodness.
So I say if I went to a foreign employment agency.
Oh God! They baited you and pulled you in.
Yeah.
Whoa!
you know, this is very informative to me because as a Caribbean person, where I grew up, we were so empowered. We had Shirley Chisholm, the first woman to run for president, who's a Bayesian. We had Sonny Carson, who came from gangs.
The December 12th movement.
And he's Trinidadian. And the list goes on and on. Down with Frankie Crocker, who's on the radio, who's a Trini. There were so many.
Stokely.
Yeah, Stokely Carmichael. There were so many. So And these were all people that were around me. So I felt I could do any damn thing that I chose to do. I really felt, I didn't feel I was an American, but I was a Caribbean American, which that made me very special. As long as I kept my behind on the Lower East Side of Manhattan and in Brooklyn, is when I went someplace else. This is a different country.
You have to respect the borders.
My brother used to say, we talk about, I was talking about with him when I first got married, you know, I think I'm going to buy this house in New Jersey. And he looked at me and said, that's a damn another continent, boy. You going to find out in a minute.
Jersey has its own personality, definitely. I don't think it's for everyone at all. You have to really understand.
We would go to places we could go. And you knew that. You know, for me, you know that as Guyanese. Okay, you can go to Newark. You can go to East Orange. You can go to West Orange. Don't go to Lodi. You can go to Patterson. So we had particular places we could go. And we was bad, boy. We was bad. We was bad.
Wow.
But guys, I'm gonna say good night.
You saying good night?
Yeah, man.
But you said good night when you came on the show.
All right, don't start with me.
Good night again.
No, I'm saying so long.
So long.
Bless up, bless up.
Y'all take care.
Take care. Take care.
All right, God bless.
Blessings.
Yeah, man.
Folks, we need to start wrapping up. You know, we hit the hour mark, man. This conversation been going so airy. We hit the hour mark. So
nobody realized. But let me share one thing. One of the things that I got taken up with was television. Now, I grew up poor. I never owned a television in Trinidad. We never owned a refrigerator in Trinidad. And one of the things that when I came up and we had this big floor model color TV, and I would get up and I would watch TV. I would watch all the shows. I'd watch the game shows. And nobody couldn't tell me that I was going to be on the price. I wasn't going to be on the Price is Right. I know I was going to get on that show and guess the right amount and win all of them prize. I used to watch a show called One Day at a Time.
Yeah.
With a little white girl named Valerie Bertinelli. Nobody couldn't tell me that wasn't going to be my girlfriend. Because I knew I would have seen she walking down the road somewhere. Boy, when you just come up, you stupid body.
Uninformed. The word is uninformed, not stupid.
I don't know. I think it's kind of stupidity because somehow you think you would have seen them people on TV walking down the road and
well, you can. So. Depends on no. Well, if the person was in a soap opera and you went to Columbus Circle, up, Manhattan, you would see them walking around all the time. So it's just a matter of where they were based. If they're based in Hollywood, well, you're out of luck. But if they're based in New York, quite likely you would see them up in that area by Central Park and stuff like that.
I had a similar experience to that in Fort Greene. When I was living in Fort Greene, it wasn't unusual to see a couple of the actors. You would see like a Spike Lee. You would see what's the brother that did Lord, what's that film?
Well, I know Delroy Lindo used to live there.
Yeah, a couple of folks, Snipes,
Wesley Snipes. Fort Greene was someplace when I was growing up was the last place on God's green earth that you wanted to be.
Yeah,
the Fort Greene projects used to used to scare the pee out of me. All right.
I thought you said nothing scared you. You see now, catching that light.
Oh yeah. Well, that used to scare the hell out of me. Oh yeah, man. We met
Curtis,
this
you're
girl,
sideways.
Man.
Curtis, your image is sideways. Oh well, Curtis, go.
Yeah, we met this girl, man. She want to meet us down by Navy Street. No, man. No, I'm good. I'm good. I'm good. You go down there. I ain't going to Navy Street.
Talking about movie stars. It's 1968. I went back home, got my papers, came back, and I was working in Boston in 1968. Guess who is coming to dinner?
Sidney Poitier.
The movie?
Spencer Tracy, Kathleen Hepburn. It was a big hit, massive hit. But Burns Detective Agency, who I was working with, used to send me to different sites around Boston, right? So one day they sent me to a site in Charleston, Massachusetts, to work 311. Got off the train and I'm walking up a lonely street. This is like about 2:30 in the evening. My shift is 3:11. I'm walking up the street and I reached near a park, a little play area where some kids are playing. I'm walking on the left side of the street heading west. You're on the right side. So when they saw me, they look in my direction and they came running to the fence, shouting, "Sidney Poitier! Sidney Poitier! Hey, are you Sidney Poitier?" I just wave and laugh and I kept walking. The next day, the agency sent me back to the same site. I got off the same train, same time, had on the same clothes. My clothes was looking good. I had on a light blue Burns uniform pants, crisp white shirt, tie, my Adidas bag on my shoulder, and I'm walking. When I reached the site the next day, I don't know what happened overnight. But when I reached the site the next day, the kids run to the fence, but this time they started to throw stones. I was being stoned.
Well, I'm just saying, man.
Anyway, the treat us star, I had to run like hell to get out of there.
You never told them yes, you were, right? They made assumptions and then got upset. What's that about?
I don't know what happened overnight, but come on, man. Next day, I was being stoned.
Wow.
I left Boston a couple of months after. I didn't go back there until about 25 years later.
They scare you.
Hated that place.
So, folks, let's wrap up. So tonight we were talking about comedy. It looked like Curtis might have some technical things going on here. But let's go around the room and just give our final pointers. Thanks to everyone who tuned in. We want to thank the folks in the chat for checking us out. Please visit the page, especially YouTube. We need some subscribers on there. Subscribe to the channel, hit the like button, and so on. And I don't know what's wrong with Curtis, where I'm seeing like he have some technical issues there. So
he's in the country.
He's in the country.
He's in the country. He's in the country.
Yeah, man. So Karin, say something.
Listen, I had a whole thing written out, but I do not have it on paper. So if you have access to it, by all means, but I do not have it on paper since I'm using my phone.
You want me to read what you said?
Please and thank you. I would be most appreciative.
All right, let me read. Yes, some poetry was
unprepared.
Some poetry was sent. So let me see here. I hope I can do justice to it. Written by our own Karin Forrester. That's right? You wrote this.
Correct.
All right, good. I want to let put.
No, I don't do that. I don't plagiarize. All
right, coming to America. Here's what you don't see. We are scared. We are terrified of failure, academically, personally, professionally. We look around. Everything is unfamiliar. Even the faces which pass us by with heightened curiosity, sometimes with disdain. The sounds of the city are a deafening, what's that word?
Cacophony.
You know your poem. That I was just testing you. That's good. Our heartbeats resound to keep up with the bass. We look up to blinding lights as if imprisoned. In a public inquisition, a three-dimensional image begins to take shape. It's as if we are watching ourselves as others watch us. We are also watching them. A truly surreal experience for some. It lasts for years for others. It never subsides. It's like spending a lifetime in a biosphere, anxiously, breathlessly, waiting for a tear. Unfortunately, escape comes in only two forms: repatriation to one's homeland or death. Wow. All right. All right. I hope I did justice to reading it.
Yes, you did,
You
sir.
did. Yes, you did.
All right.
Yes, you did.
Written by
Yes,
Karin Forrester. Thank you. All right.
Thank you for
So,
reading it. Thank you for
Mark,
reading it.
you have anything to say to the folks before we roll out?
We're in quite a different world than when we arrived here, and I like to say, yeah, I arrived, but I was always here. I've seen a lot. I was a little boy in a segregated school in a black neighborhood. I've seen the back of the front bus, the front of the bus, the side of the damn bus, and the brick coming through the bus.
Oh gosh.
The brick coming through the bus.
That's what the man said.
Right here, baby. Right here.
You remember the spot.
Okay.
Oh God.
The very school that Karin went to, I got hit in the head with a brick for trying to go to.
Oh wow.
I've seen a lot. I'm ready to go home now.
It changed that much.
All right.
It changed that much, huh?
Yeah, I'm done.
You're done with it.
I'm done.
Wow.
That's you've seen. Dr. Whitty?
Well,
Yes, sir. Well, coming to America, people speak about a culture shock, but it's not one shock. Culture shock is a series of shocks.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Absolutely.
Culture shock. Because I mean, I could go on and on and on to tell you about different things that happened to me here that was very surprising and very shocking. You know, into America, the shocks never end. It's like this is an earthquake has an aftershock. Well, aftershock. It never ends. I mean, even up to today, we have a man in the White House who's shocking you, right?
Man?
Real shock, boy.
You never thought you'd see something like that.
Just shock him out of there.
So culture shock never ends to me, man. I mean, you know.
Yes.
Never ends.
All right, guys. Well, thank you for being a part of this podcast tonight. Thank you to the viewers. We appreciate
Thank you, Dr. Whitty.
Thanks, Dr. Whitty, for coming through. Dr. Barnes, Curtis is definitely in the country. He countryed out. He not even in the back room right now.
Mark is not fond of that statement, sir.
I know. I'm sitting back here just listening, and my transmission is fine.
Because that's his home right now. So he's not fond of that statement.
We also want to continue the condolences to our buddy, our partner in crime, Delroy Souden.
Yes.
We just want to send condolences to him and his family again. And thank you for watching, and see you guys next Tuesday evening at 9:30
p.m. Bless.
There it is.
Nice, guys. It was real.
Thank you.
Bye.